So, today, I 100% Sleeping Dogs. This game is basically what happens when you take GTA and Yakuza and throw them together in Hong Kong. It's also the first open world game I 100%, something I'll probably never do again. There are 59 achievements total, but I've already done 14 of them since this is actually my second playthrough of the game on my own Steam account. They're mainly all story related, but I'll take you through the story anyways, so you know. We start as this dude, Wei Shen, who is an undercover cop. We're doing undercover things, but then the security guard is like, "What's going on here?" and gets treated like I treat food during Thanksgiving dinner. Now, we need to run away from the cops, but we're bad, and get caught. In an interrogation room, Mr. America Pendrew tells us how all our evidence vanished, and now we have to infiltrate the Sun On Yi triad with the help of our childhood friend in order to take it over from the inside. Jackie then invites us to the Sun On Yi and takes us to Winston Overwatch, but they think we're a little bit sus, so they send us to do a couple jobs. So we go to the night market and beat up some people and extort them, and we get to change some clothes, which gives us an achievement. But they still don't trust us for some reason. I don't know why, it's kinda weird. So Jackie tells us about this deal that's gonna go down, and we're gonna go in and steal the merch so we can get more reputation and they trust us more. I actually go out and do a couple favors instead, because eventually we have to do all of them for the 100%. And we also find a blonde girl which we rizz up and take to our martial arts dojo. Afterwards we go steal the merch from the deal and we get some watches for all that. And we meet Dog Eyes. Dog Eyes is a dude who had funsies with our sister before, and also a major prick who we really hate. And now he's got one of our workers to switch sides, so we're not gonna let that slide, and we go to the warehouse where they tell us to shoot people so they could trust that we're not a cop. And we shoot people because we don't actually care. We just get in there. We just do our thing. Afterwards, I decide to go more off track and fight all of the 4 fight clubs in the map, which is another achievement, which is easy, and then start working on a couple of the cop jobs we gotta do, you know, normal open world stuff. We find a money truck, which we have to get because there's another achievement for getting 5 of them. And we also work on some of the races because we also gotta do every single one. There's a whole lot of events that we have to do in this game, but they're all separate from the main story. Then Big Papa Uncle Po calls us to his apartment because of the commotion we caused at the warehouse, and Winston is absolutely frightened. So frightened that he tells us that if anything happens to him, we're in charge. That's an easy promotion. We take those. Uncle Po spares us, knowing that the attack was in response to what Big Smile Lee and Dog Eyes did. So that's nice that we're not just dead. But our police case handler is pissed that we actually shot people, and we were like, "Shut up, bro. We met Uncle Po. You can't do none of this." And he couldn't speak back. He was flabbergasted. Now we're tasked with driving Winston's girl around the place since she's preparing for the wedding that's coming soon. And we're basically a chore boy and can't really say no. So she talks about how happy she's gonna be on the wedding day and how we're all family. So I sure hope nothing bad happens at the wedding. Oh. So something bad happened at the wedding, and people are getting shot. So we move in there to save the day, but alas, Winston Overwatch and his girl are dead. But we see Uncle Po, and we have to shoot our way over there, and we see that bro is hurt, so we have to take him to the hospital before he bleeds out and becomes more of a raisin than he already is. Thankfully, we're insane with it, and we get him there on time. Now we have to head to the club to replay a previous mission, cause we have an achievement where we have to kill someone with a fish. And this mission is one of the only places where we can do that. Thankfully, replaying missions is easy, so we break an aquarium, and boom! Easy achievement. Now we have to go get Ratface, who is a certified traitor. So we storm on in there and catch him for taking and the part of the murder of Winston. So we take in to Winston's mom, where he didn't have a fun time, to say the least. So then we go to the club, this time not replaying a mission, and tell Ponytail to tell some Big Smile Lee that they work for us now, but they didn't like that, so they tried to kill us. So after we fight our way out, we chase Ponytail, and I gave this man the beating of his lifetime, but we gotta run from some cops, so he gets to live for today. And it seems like we're about to get caught, but then we get saved by a limo. And it turns out the third of the small leaders of the Sun On Yi, I'm gonna just call her Grandma, is there. So Grandma tells us about how you need 2 of the 3 small leaders to be able to take down another one. And since I'm a leader now with Winston being dead, and so is she, we can take on Big Small Lee for being cringe. So Winston's mom has had enough, and now that we can actually fight back against Big Small Lee, with the grandma's backing, we go to Dog Eyes Hangout to get his ass. So let's just say we weren't happy, they weren't happy that we just stormed in there and stuff. So they try to shoot us, so while we fight, Dog Eyes runs away, and it's a little baby like wah wah. But we caught bro lacking in the fishery, and we send his ass to Winston's mama, where he gets fed a nice meal, and then he gets to become said meal too. So now we go to Uncle Po in the hospital, where he is about to choose who's going to be the main leader temporarily since he's out of commission. Big Smile Lee vouched for himself, but the grandma vouched for Po's cousin. I think it's because he's easy to control, but I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember. Po agrees though, so it's all working out, I think. We get the pass as we're getting initiated as a red pole, and Jackie is now also a member, but we're all happy. But then Mr. Policeman was like, actually, now that you're a leader, you don't need Jackie, so we're gonna take him to get interrogated. And we were not happy. We were not letting that slide. So we say some words and walk out of there. Jackie tells us about another deal, actually, which we can steal just like we did before. And we actually do it, no issues. Easy. And while we're heading back, we're in the hallway, and then Jackie goes ahead, and police come out and arrest him. And we can't really do much. So, even though we said words to them, the police didn't care. We get a message that there's people shooting in the hospital in order to kill Uncle Po, which is kind of crazy to shoot in a hospital, but it's a triad, which is like the mafia, so We managed to get there and turn the power on since they had turned it off, and Uncle Po was on life support, so he kind of needed that. And now he probably trusts us more. After escaping, we meet with Sonny Whoa. He's the dude that makes the most money for Big Smiley, and he's also kind of cringe and weird, not gonna lie. He tells us about this American rapper who we take around town and talk smack about Sonny Woe behind his back. But my favorite part is that at the end of the mission, the rapper says, this is the start of a beautiful friendship. But then we never see him again in the game ever, basically. After raising some more and doing more favors, we get told that Uncle Po died! And now we have to go to his funeral. At least we got the police to let go of Jackie prior to that. So we get to go to the funeral, and then we figured out that Mr. America Pendrew let the rival triads know about the funeral, so they start shooting us in the cemetery. Like, come on, bro. First a hospital, now a cemetery? Where else are you gonna shoot, man? But during that whole encounter, we agreed that we all have to vote for the future main leader since Uncle Po is dead. And Big Smile Lee is not happy about that at all. So much so that bro starts shooting up Winston's mom's place in order to scare us into voting for him, or just trying to kill us because we can't really be opposition if we're dead. But we don't let that slide. We start shooting every single person who's slightly even against us. And guess what? Jackie got took again by the bad guys. Wow. We gotta go save him, but they try to trap us first. But we pull out our best Batman impression and interrogate someone to figure out where Jackie is, but they only know where the person who knows where he is. So we track that person, find them, and we figure out that Jackie got buried alive, so we gotta fucking run to the island so bro doesn't become not alive anymore. People did not want me to get there, they were shooting me, but we fight people off and save them. But after all of that, he's kind of shook. So he wants to go on a walk, and we let him be. After a while, we, being a cop, getting stuff, doing more side thingies, we get a text from Jackie that he wants to show us something. So we go on over to see what he wanted to show us, and well, yeah. We also got kidnapped, and now they want to torture us to death, so that's not cool. We pass out after a massive owie and wake up later. Obviously, we're the main character, so we wake up and find out a way to release our restraints and go ham on everyone. We're almost out of the building, but Mr. Torture Man wasn't gonna let us out that easy, so we had to throw hands. Yeah, he's gonna let us now, I think. We also found out bro works for Big Smile Lee and where he is, so we stop playing around and we go right to bro. In his HQ, we shoot our way through being pissed as hell for all that he did, and we get to finally kill Ponytail. We're gonna start driving boats and run somewhere explosive, cause yeah. But here we are. It's time for the final showdown, Wei versus Lee. And bro was easy as hell to beat up. Like, it was free. The main story pretty much ends there, has the triad is in shambles now with dead leaders and so on. So most of the non-story achievements are races, favors, jobs, buying clothes, cars, collectibles, open world stuff basically. And they're not fun to show, but we do have something else we can talk about because, we don't want to bore y'all. So there are 2 side stories that come included with Sleeping Dogs and have achievements behind them. They're a bit funny. So let's start talking about them, right? So let's start with The Nightmare of North Point, where we're in a night market with our girl, and then a ghost dude comes up and kidnaps her and start running. And bro also summons zombies to fight, and we have no choice but to throw hands, and we can somehow beat the zombies. I don't know what kind of stuff Wei has inside of him, but he's built different since he can kill zombies. So we chase down after the dude, which now we know is called Smiling Cat, but he teleports away with our girl. So we go to the shop where there's a demon outside, and he absolutely weaves us like we're a baby who can't fight, and we learned that we need ancient Chinese magics to be able to fight. There's a store owner who knows about said ancient Chinese magic, so we go to him, and he needs the egg of an albino hen, a ghost pepper, and antifreeze. For some reason, we don't really have a choice, so we go get the items, and then he makes a tea with them, which we drink. I don't know about you, but Wei's intestines must be melted, but somehow now we can actually fight demons. So after taking care of the demon in the store, we locate Smiling Cat, who then summons 3 familiar faces: Rat Face, Dog Eyes, and Ponytail. All 3 of which we have to find and kill again. But we take care of Rat Face and Dog Eyes easily. But when it comes to Ponytail, we don't really immediately kill him because he was actually there for the original death of Smiling Cat when he was alive. It turns out Uncle Pole told them to kill him and turn him into cat food, but making sure they leave a finger behind. So bro couldn't rest in peace. That's kind of messed up, I'm not gonna lie. Now knowing this and where the finger is, we go to the temple after killing Ponytail, of course, and we go to throw hands for real. So we fight, and then after beating bro up, we can grab his finger and we burn it. So now he goes bye-bye whether he wants to or not. So because of our immaculate riz, we saved the world and our girl. So now we can close some demon portals and other things. And just like that, we 100% this story. It literally took me like an hour and a half to 100% the side story. But, that's not like 100% of the whole game, so we still got more to do. Talking about that more to do, the second side story, called Year of the Snake, where, because of the property damage we did during the main story, we get promoted to a regular-ass cop who works in the street, right? But then we find people being a little sus, right? So we investigate, and turns out they have, blowy thingies, and they can commit bad things. So we track their plates, get an address where we find bomb making stuff, and we get jumped. But we throw hands and send the people we beat up to the interrogation, where we find out they're actually a cult that thinks the world is gonna end, so they want to blow everything up. But we know how to find them, and since apparently there's hundreds of cult members, we have to deal with things fast. There's a couple of bomb threats around, which we take care of, and we gotta figure out where they're getting bombs, because we already shut down their little bomb factory, but they're still getting more bombs. We end up in a club where we find the bomb dealer and chase his ass to interrogate, and because of that, we learn about where the cult leader is. So we deal with some quick riots, and then we go find him. But that leads us on a long boat chase where it seems like we kill every single cult member because they wouldn't stop coming and trying to kill me. But we still go get his ass. They ain't stopping us. So bro thinks the world is gonna end. He's actually kind of cuckoo for realsies. So we just wait till the clock strikes midnight and ding! Oh, what's that? Wow, the world didn't end. Okay, you're under arrest now. That's kind of a flex, I'm not gonna lie, but okay. So now, both side stories are over. They were fun, but obviously shorter than the main story. So now all the achievements that are left are races and collectibles and stuff. And, I did a couple on stream, twitch.tv/Suzu Tales, and a couple offline because, damn, it can be annoying. But after several hours, we did it. We got all 59 achievements, and that's how I 100%ed Sleeping Dogs. And now I'm never completing another open world game ever again. It was an absolute pain, and I am dead on the inside.